It's almost like with anything. Once a loss occurs, the excuses come. Now everyone is talking about the car accident, torn retina, 15-month layoff, not taking a tune-up, all of which are excuses. Here's the other thing that I have to chime in on. Is if he wasn't healthy, why did the boxing commission allow him to fight? I'm going to start there and pay attention. Why did the boxing commission allow him to fight if all of these things were true? Or for the reason he lost the fight? See, you know why why y'all saying all of these things? To discredit Terrence Bud Crawford being the superior fighter. It's unbelievable to some people. I was shocked at the way that the fight went, but it wasn't unbelievable. I just thought that it would be a little bit more competitive. And you Errol Spence fans, aren't doing him any good, man. Because you think something will be different at 154 pounds. But let me get back into these excuses that you guys are making for Errol Spence Jr. versus Terrence Bud Crawford fight. Now, had Errol Spence Jr. won, this fight, will we be talking about a torn retina? Will we be talking about a car accident? Will we be talking about a 15-month layoff? Would we be talking about not taking a tune-up fight? I don't think so. I think what we would be talking about is, see, I told you why Terrence Bud Crawford was going to lose, because he ain't never fight nobody until he fought Errol Spence Jr. That would be the narrative had Errol Spence Jr. won. So now that we're making videos, on behalf of supporting Terrence Bud Crawford, you Errol Spence fans are making excuses for Errol Spence Jr. With the list of things, now it's neurological damage, broken ribs. If anybody broke his rib, it was Terrence Bud Crawford. Let's just be honest that Terrence Bud Crawford is the better boxer, the better fighter. And on top of all of that, a lot of you guys didn't expect Terrence Bud Crawford to even fight in the manner that he did. Y'all thought he was going to be running around the ring and Errol Spence Jr. was going to have to chase him. Let's be honest. Because you guys painted Errol Spence Jr. as this huge, strong, menacing welterweight that intimidates everybody and just beats everybody up. Well, that was very well true to a certain degree. Until he ran into an adversary named Terrence Bud Crawford. Until he ran into an adversary named Terrence Bud Crawford. So, let's be honest with ourselves. And I told you I wasn't going to delete my channel. I wasn't going to delete the comments. I was going to sit up here and own the loss. If Terrence Bud Crawford would have lost to Errol Spence Jr., I would have not made one excuse. Not one. But because the narrative that was created, you know what happened? I'm gonna tell you. I'm gonna be honest with you. I'm gonna tell you. And you can probably call this an excuse to give Errol Spence Jr., which is really not necessarily an excuse in my opinion, right? Terrence Bud Crawford is the better fighter and boxer. But honestly, I think the whole event, the whole fighting in Vegas was just too much. It was very overwhelming for that young man. It was just overwhelming. Also, another narrative that you guys were running with was that Terrence Bud Crawford really never wanted the fight. You made excuses for Errol Spence Jr. saying, why won't I take the easy route and knock Sean Porter out? Errol Spence Jr. talked about 70-30, 80-20, 60-40, whatever. It seems to me Errol Spence Jr. was the one that never really wanted this fight. You know why? Because he knew deep down inside that Terrence Bud Crawford is the superior boxer. That his skill set is levels above Errol Spence Jr. And he know that. He knows that. You know, so hey man, I don't know what to tell you guys. And I'll end it with this. Stop pushing for the rematch at 154. He does not need to fight again this year. You do not, and I don't either. I don't personally hate Errol Spence Jr. You know, I don't know the man. I'm a boxing a fan of the sport. You know, but listen, too many fighters end up in a situation where they're not able to fight anymore. We've seen some legends that went to sleep permanently. Or the brain damage of certain situations put them in a state of mind that they were better off permanently sleep. So let's not do this. You know, and listen, I'm gonna tell you something, man. At 33 years old, and that brutal punishment that Errol Spence Jr. take, why? It's July. Why would you? August, September, October, November, December. In less than 6 months, want that man to get back in the ring. After that, I implore you guys that are close to Errol Spence Jr. to please advise that man. And again, this is not no joke. This is not no joke. I'm not laughing. Please do not push the fight to fight Terrence Bud Crawford again within this same year. I don't think that he should ever fight him again. However, don't do it, man. Just please don't do it. Like, comment, and subscribe. Peace. Have a great day.